Hey guys, it's Millie. I just wanted to do a quick update and then also because I've kind of strayed off a little bit on topics that I want to discuss during recovery on better coping skills. So, where I stand recovery wise, I guess I'm still sort of pushing forward. I have gained weight and I do know how much I have gained. I'm not going to address that or get into numbers, but I have gained weight, which has sort of put me on edge because I want to lose the weight that I've gained. But I realize that it's Ed talking and not me, um, which is kind of hard to sometimes distinguish. I don't know if a lot of people who are in recovery have this, where you're supposed to separate Ed thoughts and your own thoughts because like they're not the same. But sometimes I find like when I want to lose weight, like it's literally me wanting to lose weight and not Ed. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into that because it's kind of complex. But yeah, so on the weight gaining process, I'm kind of bummed about that. I have reverted back to old ways, not to the extent of what I used to do, which is bad. Still working with a nutritionist and team, which is they've been supportive, but it's really hard because I kind of push them away. So it's kind of like I'm derailing my own recovery process. On a side note, on topic, I wanted to kind of discuss good coping skills. Personally, for me, I tend to revert back to my destructive coping habits, which is either relying on my Ed or basically other things. And I'm not going to get too much in detail, but I'm also a self harmer as well. But thankfully, I have been self harm free for 3 months, so I'm really proud of myself in that respect. It's been very difficult, but I'm really proud that I've made it that long. That's probably the longest I've ever made it. So I want to continue on with that. But that aside, a lot of different recovery methods sort of focus on the creative aspect of recovery, like decoupage or painting or writing. Writing's definitely always been a big influence in my life. I write all the time. I can't say that it's always, fluffy bunnies and rainbows, but I do love to write. I feel like I can kind of be myself when I write, and I don't have to censor myself, and it's kind of free of judgment. You can either take it for what it is or not like it, and I don't really care. It's probably the only aspect where like I don't really care if there's criticism with it because it's my own. You can't take it away, and if you hate it, you hate it. Which kind of gets me into the fact of how we view our bodies. I constantly see, magazines and everything stating, love your body, but then, here, dress it like this if you're apple shape or pear shape or, get Botox and like all this rhetoric of crap basically, it's like a constant contradiction like that you see out in the media where you're supposed to accept your body but then someone's calling that person who is accepting and respecting their body fat or ugly and then they're automatically going to be anorexic or just do anything they can to possibly change how they look because they're not accepting of it. Not everybody is going to accept your body or how you look. That's definitely something that I have to work on myself because I am a people pleaser. I want to please everybody and be whatever it is that that person wants me to be. But you're never going to be able to live your life that way because not everybody's going to like you, not everybody's going to accept you, and unfortunately that's the way it is. So really at the end of the day, the only person who should like and accept you is you. If you like yourself and you accept yourself, then good for you. Like go you. You deserve an award because that is freaking fantastic in my book. And I think that if you can have that mentality of like, who gives a shit? I am me and this is how it's going to be. Take it or leave it. It's not narcissistic, it's acceptance. And that's something that definitely people, me personally, with an eating disorder, kind of struggle with. Like, it's always this self acceptance because I'm kind of stuck in this perfectionism. Like, with the weight gain, I'm constantly going back to my bad ED skills. And I can't do that because then I'm not really focusing on the problems that I need to focus on. What's behind the eating disorder, what's causing it, the why, so to speak. And I really want to stress that, in fact, you need to be able at some point accept you for you, even if it's just like a little bit, just a tiny, minuscule shred of acceptance, like just accepting, hey, I have a body. We're not judging the body, you're not pointing out its flaws, you're just, I have a body. Doesn't matter how it looks like, I just have one. Like that, just starting out as simple as that really helps in recovery. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to, criticize or analyze it. It just is what it is. You have a body, you have a face, you have skin, you have eyes, you have toes, fingers, just those little mini things where we're not criticizing. It's just, I have those parts of my body. Like, I have that, and that's great. I accept that. And I realize that when I do that, it really helps me in terms of empowerment, of kind of taking control of my own body and my own self back. It's just something I struggle with a lot, but really, it's so hard some days, with the acceptance and everything. But the good thing is like, if you want to change that, which I'm hoping a lot of you want to change and go into recovery or contemplate recovering, that's like fantastic. You'll be able to live your life free of all of that crap if you can just accept who you are. And I really think that everyone should be able to accept who they are, because who you are is you. There's never going to be another you in this life. And it's incredible the amount of hate that we put on ourselves because we don't like ourselves or someone doesn't like us. And, good for them. They don't like us, but we can like us. And I think that everyone has their own unique abilities and look and personality, and we should all be accepting of that. It's sad that we can't live in a world where everyone's accepting of that, but I say, hey, we can at least try in our community of ED land of the hopeless sort of eating problems, because it's not hopeless. There is hope for recovery. It's a long, stressful process, but you can do it. So I just wanted to kind of update you guys and kind of go on about that. I'm sorry if I'm ranting / running my mouth a lot, but I hope everyone's doing well and that you are taking another step towards your recovery. Be safe, be good. I shouldn't say be good, but just be who you are and stay strong.